You ever had an out of body experience? For most people, it happens when they're near death. For me, my experience lasted 8 years of my life.
The following items you'll place in the envelope as I call them off: an empty wallet, legal paperwork. Line up single file over the bench. Open your mouth. Stick out your tongue. Do your ears one at a time. Reach down, lift up your nutsack. Roll back your foreskin. Turn around 1 foot at a time. Bend over.
I was cased in the block because it was the area where a murder was committed. I was willing to give him the benefit of the doubt at first.
Oh, you should have seen that look on Maurice's face. Had that look like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man in the movie Ghostbusters. You know when they shocked him with their ectoblasters? Yeah, like that.
I got the hat, got the knife. I even recorded the money from the drug
I
deal.
can see he's agitated, but the fact is, I was scared.
Your Honor, Maurice Patterson claims that he is innocent, that he wasn't even there. But we're going to prove, beyond a shadow of a doubt, not only was he there, but how dangerous Mr. Patterson is.
But I can't put that in my police report. I was scared. I felt vulnerable. I was working without my partner. He steps towards me.
I swallow hard.
Be still.
What?
Put your hands where I can see them.
What?
This is my last warning.
What did I...
Hands up!
I guess you wonder where I've been. A search to find a love within. I came back to let you know. Got a thing for you, and I can't let it go. I was standing on the corner waiting for the bus, right? Trying to get home from work, right?
And this cop car comes down the block all slow, like they were stalking prey in the wild.
Watch as the wheat bread is buttered. My life rearranged, flipped, sputtered, heart flooded, tongue stuttered, amazed and dazed with each word uttered. Pressure mounts in unequal amounts, freeze frames, speech photographs, quick show.
You see this guy? They let him walk while they convicted me of a crime he committed.
Up against the wall. I'm taking you to the station for questioning.
I'm dizzy, my head starts pounding, and my heart's racing away like it's a freight train, and I'm already aware that speaking for myself ain't gonna work. I already got a speech problem, and she wasn't gonna believe me, no way.
I know you did it. You may as well confess. There was a trail of blood down the alleyway.
Now, I have no idea what she's talking about, and my wrist is hurting because this handcuff is tight, and I didn't really know what to think, so I just started shaking my head.
Had me thinking, boy, he got some breasts.
Hey, up! Why is it that the blessed are always stressed? Put to the test like good defense. Things get tense. Full court press. Going chest to chest. Incongruence. Misstatements influence. Outcomes. Cops have no fingers, just thumbs. They never listen. Because they think we're just bums.
You see, he fit almost perfectly the description of the man I was looking for. So I thought I had the man I was looking for. But I was alone.
See how they be doing us, how they seek to ruin us, miseducate, aggravate, and be screwing us. The streets is ruining us. Bring out the buffoon in us. Ain't no harmony, cause someone else be tuning us.
So I went back to the crime scene, questioned some folks. And they said they saw him in the area the night of the murder. Him and his girlfriend. Apparently, there was a party that night.
Do you want to tell me about this party you went to?
What party? I ain't been to no party.
You went to a party on April 2nd. I know you did. 4 witnesses saw you there.
She says like that. And I felt all small, like when your parents, like when you get questioned by your parents, even though you ain't done nothing, you just feel like you just like shrunk in size, cause I wasn't even a man to her.
Everybody's suspicious, right?
More like a visit to a friend's house. We ain't even dance. But she heard something.
Fact is, I got him. He's got no leg to stand on, so he decides to sit on his bottom. It's a good tactic. I mean, if the roles were reversed, I would use it. Makes you seem elusive, like you have nothing to grab. But the fact is, he's plucking my nerves.
Mind terrorists, like therapists, dreamscapists, the rapists, thumbnails. Penetrate your skull, pouring in to make your thoughts dull. Investigate, interrogate, hoping something will show. Like greed, lust, fear, betray what you know. Yo, don't want emotions to show, so you don't respond. Then they reveal creatures from beyond.
I was able to make the disobeying an officer charge stick. I couldn't get him on anything else. He made bail the next day. The fact is, I had to make everything make sense.
I guess it's my fault. But if I'd have known this was how everything was gonna play out, I'd have done something. I don't know what. But something.
The streets make life seem like a maze. The layout meant to perplex, fueling the rage. Institutionalized, young, wrong impression stays. Youth crack vials underfoot, it's all center stage. The crack vials lead to cracked smiles. The dark child's ghetto trials. No X but
I'm
N
sitting here
files.
with an even bigger problem. I have to prove that the hat and the knife I found are his, number one, and that they're connected to this case at all. So I send them to the lab for DNA testing.
A red chapter, we never turn the page. Witch hunt tricks, cook up pressure, mix season with sage. Bitter herb like myrrh, crucified. Goat escapes blood soaked with nowhere to hide. Crossroads, disillusion and despair. Closed hospitals, sick, never get care. Malicious malaise, mounted capitalistic corruption. Unsolved mysteries, grieved by greed's interruption. Surgical precision, keep your chin tucked in. Reach, grab, get sucked in.
No matter what, you're stuck. I'm starting to feel that way. I got the DNA evidence back. Negative. Ever tell you about my father?
No.
Took me about 6 months, but I found him. I thought he was gonna be like this evil ogre, but he was nothing like that. I was scared.
Why?
He was a longshoreman.
Fishy.
Yeah, all these marlins of different colors were just speeding past.
Are we still talking about your dad or something else here?
Sometimes we believe stuff that we don't have evidence to prove.
Scales won't be tipped because of a little discrepancy.
He was jumping and wiggling all around trying to get loose.
Not gonna wiggle off the hook.
Daddy turned the motor back on and put the boat in reverse.
We ride him down with the machine of jurisprudence.
That big fish took a huge leap and dove down.
Deep water.
Hit his head on the boat and went down.
Drown him in it.
My father was vanishing with all those specks and the red trail of blood.
Submerged under the depths of justice.
Survival of the fittest.
What?
Were you even listening to me? Well, listen. If the fox gets out of the trap, I'm not gonna be standing around in the woods waiting for it to attack.
Wolves will hunt 'em.
Wolves?
Saw it on the Discovery Channel once. We'll let the wolves loose. Once the wolf pack gets a hold of them, nothing can save them. Let the howl spook the public. Look, the wolves will draw so much attention that no one will even think about it. Ooh, I gotta get back to the office. Everything is gonna be fine.
Not a trace of this man's blood anywhere. But the newspapers and the print media are running away with this story like I helped save the day from this monster.
So imagine it's a year later.
So the opening bell sounds and I come out ripping hard punches like it's Rocky 3 and I'm Clubber Lang. Did you have the items tested for DNA?
Yes.
And what were the results?
Pardon me?
The results. Please tell us what the lab concluded.
The blood on the knife identified 2 people, but neither were a match to Mr. Patterson.
But there was no DNA match to the victim either, correct?
No?
The same with the hat, correct?
Yes.
So we don't believe that the hat and the knife are connected to the crime at all, do we, Detective?
No.
No further questions.
So now I'm totally confused. My stomach. You know that feeling? Like when you're on the first descent on a roller coaster? I felt that. Right at that moment.
Man, I had him trapped in the corner like Raging Bull. I was proving I was game fighter with killer instinct. Everything set up like a mousetrap and I am stoked.
I just wanted to hurry up and get out of there before somebody figured out that we were just blowing smoke signals. Years go by, and I'm not thinking about that arrest. And I get a letter from one of my colleagues in internal affairs.
I decided I had to do something. First, I started taking speech classes. I figured that was the least I could do to help get myself understood. But that was just for me. In order for me to get out of here, I had to do something to prove I ain't do nothing.
But anyway, so I get this letter from my colleague saying that an ex-con turned cop came across some DNA evidence from a Maurice. Cellmark? Yeah, that's it. Cellmark Labs. I have a contact over there.
Drastic measures taken to uncover the theft. Clock ticks and talks. Body rocks. Spinning backwards. Go right to left. Legions of demons' lusts. Bum spurns them to rush the scene. Work together, whipping words with writing wands. Betwixt and between, Maurice mustering might to fight it with slight success.
This is all wrong. All wrong.
I had him dead to rights, right? Letting my hands go, throwing punches in bunches, right? I had the proof, and poof, everything I worked for just up in smoke, just like that. 2 more years go by. I'm filing appeal after appeal.
Hello? Kathleen, please. Kathleen, hey, listen. I know you're extremely busy, but I really need to talk to you. Yes, of course it's important. The fox sniffed out the trap. I don't know, it just got out.
Call over in civil actions. He's mad. Been mad since they put me on the Patterson case. That's what sent him down to civil actions. You know that feeling you get when you have to pee really bad?
when the pressure's at its height and you feel like you're not gonna make it? How if you just keep moving your legs, that would somehow keep the river from gushing out? That's where I am right now. I've been done with this case, and here it is, back in my face. It seems Mr. Patterson's appellate attorney had the DNA evidence added to the trial as a safe brief.
My appellate attorney whooped something on him, and the state joined in a motion to grant me a new trial. But they won't drop the charges.
This is making me nervous. Gil from Internal Affairs contacted me by letter. Something about, I don't know, Freedom of Information Act, and I don't know.
That's how it happened. Year number 7. 2,576 days. That's how long
I can make everything
Everything's spinning out of
control of my destiny left up to chance.
The fact is, I don't know left from right. Maybe
we can still convince a jury he's a monster.
Monster decisions being made.
a villain after having been
Worship for staving the
city's scapegoat.
Scapegoats die wandering in the wilderness.
Wandering in the wilderness, I
stand frightened, frozen.
I stand fighting forward.
Arsonist, ghost flame to match, fought forward. Used his claws to scratch through the iron mask of lies. Upset apple cart, hypocrisy flies, deceit washed in the spin cycle, ready to rinse in the minds of those who determine the law. Chinked armor, expose the flaw, momentum shift, morale gets a big lift. It's a gift when no hope appears.
Free! I guess you wonder where